What is going on, my good people? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Say That Podcast. And y'all know the drill. Don't say this, say that. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who tuned in my last episode with the great Maystar. That was one of my favorite convos I ever had. So if you haven't heard it already, it's available on Apple and Spotify and also on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube watching this or even watching the other episodes, make sure to smash that subscribe button to help grow this podcast even further. And you already know where to find me on Instagram, REPETE617. And say_that_pod is the podcast page. Now, for today's guest, ladies and gentlemen, we got a legend in the building here for sure. We got someone who, over the last decade plus, has really been making a name for himself, whether it's with music, whether it's with mentoring, whether it's with, anything. This dude is the definition of a true hustler. So I got to give a big shout out and a big warm welcome to Gio Dee. What's going on?
What's happening, brother? Appreciate you letting me on the show.
Of course, dog. Oh,
For
definitely.
sure.
He was on the list of people I needed on before. Yeah, facts.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. So you just got back from Grammy Week, right?
Yeah.
And a really interesting thing that you did over there was Grammy Camp, where you basically held it was after the Grammys too, right?
Yeah, it was a post session. Yeah.
Okay, word. So and what it was a camp for writing, essentially, right?
Not necessarily just writing. Like, it was producers did, it was writers did, there was gangsters in there too. I ain't gonna lie, it was a mix of everything.
It was out in LA, bro. So
hell
legit.
yeah. But it was a mix of everything. You know what I'm saying, just a chance for everybody to network, create music they probably never got a chance to experience to create. All that, like it was different vibes in there. We had R&B vibes, we had trap vibes, we had like pain vibes. It was a mix of everything, dance vibes, everything. So it was dope.
Nah, that's dope. So what would like if someone's out there, right, for the grant, what would you recommend them going there for as besides the connections? Like, what could someone really learn from attending like a Grammy camp like that?
I think mainly it is the networking. There's nothing bigger than that there.
Oh, of course.
Outside of that, I mean, definitely trying to sign up for some writing camps. You can end up in rooms with this artist, that artist. You can end up getting a placement too. You get what I'm saying? So, but networking is for sure. There's nothing bigger than networking out there for sure. Hell yeah.
That's basically why LA exists out there.
Hell yeah.
If you're in the music industry, don't lie. Like that in New York, pretty much. That's why everybody here tells the other person, you got to get to LA and you got to get to New York.
Yeah.
If you do music, of course.
Hell yeah.
Or realistically, anything too, right? So because that's where all the big stars are.
Yeah.
But anyways, you've collaborated with and support a lot of up-and-coming artists from this scene here.
Yeah,
so that's something I got to give you a big shout-out for as well.
Appreciate that,
And
bro.
what makes you decide to, like, pour your energy into someone? Like, when you look at, like, an up-and-coming artist, you're like, yeah, I want to help this person.
I think the hunger is definitely one thing. Just because, like, when I was coming up, I didn't really have, like, no huge opportunity to, like, collab with nobody that's on the come up from here and stuff like that. So, like, I always told myself, like, when I get in position, I'm going to start reaching back out to the younger generation and shit. Just, I can swear, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
cool.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I swear all the time. Don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? But, just so I can, help the youth and direct them, like, okay, you want to do this, like, not everything I'm going to know is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can also teach me shit because I know, obviously, with this day and age with TikTok and all that other shit, their marketing and shit is a little bit different. But business size is still the fucking same. You feel what I'm saying? So I like to, give that type of alertness to help them, navigate to wherever they want to go. Plus, I'm just a music lover in general. So it's like I want to expand my sounds, figure out, like, new just kind of like expand my ear in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you haven't really stepped back from music. You're still making music, of course, right? You just dropped an EP recently, right?
Yeah.
So, but you're still having your foot in the game in terms of like mentoring and like not necessarily coaching, but it's more like, like, hey, like this is what maybe you could do differently. Yeah. And this is what like maybe I fucked up with, so you don't have to fuck up type of thing, right?
Yeah. It's just a little guidance, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what you're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying, when you kind of like transition into like, the OG of the shit. So
right, because I'm sure you've seen egos growing up in this music industry.
Hell yeah.
And it's just
I'm not even gonna cap and act like I didn't have one at a certain point. I did. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's something that an artist is always gonna go through. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
so how as an artist were you able to like kill that ego to kind of step back and be like, all right, now's my time to like give back?
I think it's just a learning experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, the shit just gonna humble you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, one thing people gotta understand is like, don't just focus on the music. There's other things, you know what I'm saying, you gotta focus on too. Like, obviously there's your real life. There's other business ventures that you could tap into, and that's, you know what I'm saying, what's gonna help expand your shit. But I think that's really it, you know, like you just gotta go through the motions with it. Like I said, every artist is gonna go through it. I don't think it's something that an artist really can avoid. No, they have to just go through the motions with it.
Yeah, for sure. Because you know, talking to these artists over the years, and obviously I can't be one just for like that fact. Like I don't really like certain people have certain bags. I don't got that artist bag, you know, because it's more than just like writing down lyrics and, you know, recording into a microphone. It's 1,000 other different things.
Yeah, facts.
So when I'm talking to like well-established artists or people that really have made a name for themselves, whether it's here or like even like out in LA, New York, wherever, I look at them, I'm like, wow, like you really like doing something like real memorable, or not even something I can't do, but like more so like it's so inspiring because I can't do it. You know what I mean? It's like you look at someone who has a different bag than you, and you're like, you know what? You are like that hustler. You are that like person that really like was like, I'm gonna do this, and now I'm gonna do it to the fullest extent. Because I hear a lot of trash raps from me. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I see
it's good and bad. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course. They can't all be good, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, and I just seen some shit the other day that was a dude from here. He was freestyling on the side from like. It took me back to a conversation terminology said, actually. It's like, he said, don't give up, but know when to give up.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I'm thinking to myself, you don't really sound good, bro. Like, you don't, like, I'm not telling you to give up because that's, to me, that's hating. That's really hating shit. But, like,
facts.
like I said, like, there comes a point in time.
But certain people just need to, you know, like, if you're getting more negative feedback than positive, it's like, all right, you got to change something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, some people don't like constructive criticism and they think they're right with everything.
Bro, at all.
Yeah, like that's really the problem. Like I think that's where the ego thing comes in play. But, you know.
No, I agree with you on that because as a podcast, you know, I can't really give my 2 cents on the nuts and bolts of the music industry. I can only give you it from like a fan's perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, for sure.
So, but even still, I am a consumer and I'm still a fan at the end of the day. But what you really got to listen to is someone like yourself who's really been in this shit for so long.
Right.
That like, even, if you tell someone, like, yo, some constructive criticism, and they take it as hate, and it's like, again, kill the ego, bro, because this dude's actually been around. He knows his shit.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. There's been certain people that, like, I don't want to say his name, but, like, he's an artist and streamer, and, like, when I had told him, I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't like your shit. I don't like it when you yell. I don't like X, Y, and Z. I told him all that. At the time when I told him, he was not fucking with that. Like, he was like, yo, fuck Gio, this and the third. And then recently, me and him, like, reconnected, and he was like, yo, bro, you was right. Like, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, you was right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to take a step back and realize, and it's like, damn, Gio was right. Gio was the person who told me not to do this shit, and I would be better doing this. And it worked out for him.
Yeah. Because you don't want to say you told you so, right? But, like, you kind of want to.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You've seen this shit.
I appreciated him just doing that, you feel what I'm saying? Because he had to, like, you know, like I said, it's like a death to the ego moment. It was like, damn, like, he was right. I got to put my pride aside and let him know, like, you feel what I'm saying? So I respected that, but.
Nah, especially streaming, though, because it's so. It's not my cup of tea. That's all I can say about streaming.
For sure. It's definitely, you know, for certain crowds, certain people and shit, you know? Yeah.
No, facts. But like I said, bro, you know, you've been one of the most consistent artists ever since, you know, you've been starting this music shit, right?
Hell yeah.
And I want to take it back to, you know, when you kind of first started, like the early days of coming up in Boston. So, like, when you was coming up, and obviously, you know, there were certain resources that weren't available now that there are, there weren't certain resources that were available then that there are now, excuse me. What's kind of been the biggest adjustment throughout your career in terms of, like, you know, really establishing a name for yourself out here and then taking that name to other places?
I think adapting to new, like, social sites and shit. I ain't gonna lie, because it's like, when I first started rapping, I was putting my songs on Reverb Nation. And
that's a throwback.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like from Reverb Nation, I went to Dat Piff. And then from Dat Piff, when that died out, I went to SoundCloud. And then from SoundCloud, obviously, I went to streaming services and all that. And then obviously, like, when it comes to social media platforms, first I was blowing up on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
And then from Twitter, I went over to Instagram. And then from Instagram, I blew up on Vine. And then from Vine, like, now I got to deal with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's a transition to that. You feel me? Like, just new social sites and new streaming services and things like that. I think that's, like, the number one thing to stay consistent. Like, you gotta adapt to each one. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the marketing for each one is different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So that makes me think of two things. So first off, it's monopolization of streaming sites, right? Like back then we had so many. Now it's realistically 2, maybe 3, because some people do use Tidal a lot too.
Facts.
My 2
Tidal pays the most. So
exactly right. So it's like Spotify and Apple Music are like the main ones. That under it's like Tidal and a bunch of shit that like no one really has heard about, right?
Right.
And then another is I thought there for a sec.
YouTube.
YouTube's on one of the but Vine, right?
Yeah.
So I love fucking Vine.
Yeah,
I love that shit so much, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember Jerry Perp Drink?
Yeah, he's the one who blew.
He's the one, right? Exactly. There you go. Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
I was literally talking to my boy the other day about it. I'm like, yeah, he was from out here, and he's like, and the dude, Matt or Max was it? Who did the Smack Cam?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
He was cool with Jerry Perp Drink.
Was he from out here? He was from out here. Okay, yeah. So I was talking to them about that because I was like, yo, if you scroll TikTok sometimes, like everyone's like, here's like the top 5 classic vines that you forget, or the top 10 or whatever the fuck, and that makes me think like, yo, like we don't really have like classic TikToks the way we did classic vines.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
too
saying?
Many.
Right, that's what I'm saying. There's
way
too many. It's the
Mm-hmm.
oversaturation of shit. Like, you know what I mean? So that makes me think like, as an artist, right? Let's just say you can push your music everywhere, but don't shoot for that virality.
Yeah.
You know, because they're going to forget it in a day.
Nah,
the Vines, they remembered for like, you know, it was short, but maybe a week or 2, or not even years, because we're still talking about it. But TikTok's it's too short of a dopamine rush, I guess I could say, not to get like as deeper.
Yeah, everybody gets their 15 minutes of fame.
But it's 15 seconds at this point, and then you're the next one. So I honestly think it's even tougher to like, not that you're aiming to go viral, but to have that moment. Because you're literally the first on just a long list of scrolling shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I think it depends. Like if you have the same moment across all platforms, I think it'll work. Cause like I'm trying to think of like somebody recently like that kind of worked for like Four Bats. Four Bats is a good example where he had the same sequence on all platforms, and I think Georgiana recently is another one that's like that. Like they all had their moments on that shit. You get what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying though. It's like after that, it's kind of that's it.
Like you gotta do the next thing.
Yeah, hell
literally
yeah.
that's gonna last for like a day, maybe 2, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Yo, Georgiana, I'm a fan of her, bro.
Nah, me too.
Yeah, I
Lyrically,
like
she's fire.
No, I think that too. I was having this argument again, and I'm like, if you just strip away like the look and shit like that, like the lyrics are fucking bro. I'm not gonna lie.
She's definitely there for sure.
So now I gotta ask you, because this came up recently on Twitter, and it's just some shit I disagree with, right? The La Russell thing with Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like as an artist, like what's your thoughts on that? Where he was like, he kind of felt disdain for Lil Wayne because he was kind of like, I guess he was saying he wasn't rapping about anything, which again, that's just not true.
Yeah.
And then it turned into this whole snowball effect where people are calling the Russell like Sesame Street ass rap, like PBS Kids ass rap.
I fuck with bro too. Yeah. I met him a couple times. That's dog. I don't know. I disagree with I'm saying, like, because there's been songs where Lil Wayne was on topic. Has it been a majority of songs that were just punchlines? Yes.
Oh, of course.
Most of his catalog is that, but that's the type of rapper he is. You get what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't say like he didn't have no songs where, he wasn't on topic, and then I don't think that. I had like, you can even think to like the most basic song he got, like How to Love, like that was.
Oh, he was
that was a song with a theme. You know
I
what I'm
couldn't
saying?
believe
like,
when I first heard that. I'm like, this is a Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
like,
you feel what I'm saying? Like he got joints where he's doing that. I just think, like I said, it's probably like majority of the catalog. It's not that. You feel me? But
the new stuff ain't either.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
But I disagree with that for sure. Like,
me too. And like I said, I can't give La Russell music enough opinion because I just haven't heard it yet.
Yeah,
that's always been my thing. Like I don't want to judge some shit because I may like it.
Right.
The couple songs I've heard I really don't like, but there's probably other shit that I do.
Right.
But Lil Wayne's in my top 3 and 5. Like so, I'm like,
me too for sure. Hell yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
When I first started rapping, I ain't gonna lie, I sound like Lil Wayne. Like Wayne, Kanye were probably like the top 2 for me. That like. When it came to music and shit, when I first started rapping.
Sonically, I can hear a lot of Kanye more than Lil Wayne recently.
Yeah, hell
stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure, hell
And this is another thing I want to ask you too, because again, you really in this music shit. So people always say like Lil Wayne made addicts, right? Because of like the shit he either glorified or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah.
But my thing was, you know, you didn't have to do the drugs because a rapper you didn't know and doesn't know you is telling you about this. That's your choice to want to be like them.
Right.
And I've always kind of felt that too. Like people gave Future a lot of shit when Juice WRLD died because, you know, they were rapping about the same like codeine pills and all that. But
I think
still,
it was because
like,
my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
no.
Juice WRLD had there was an interview I think Future did, and he said like Juice WRLD had went up to him and told him the reason why he started sipping lean was because he heard Dirty Sprite.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that's why like Future was like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you too. First time I sipped lean was because of Future. I ain't gonna cap. Feel what I'm saying? But like to go with what you're saying, like I think it is a responsibility in a way because it's like as a youth, you kind of don't really have like, especially like I'm saying, people from the urban community. It's like we don't have much to look up to outside of sports and music. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like whatever we see is a person that comes from the same type of cloth we come from, but they're doing X, Y, and Z. We gonna follow that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being fully transparent. Yeah. So it's like Biggie and Tupac, the generation before niggas and shit. It's like they was following that. Snoop Dogg, they was following that. You feel what I'm saying? It's like that's what influenced that. So it's like kids was 13, 12, you know what I'm saying, at that time, during that time frame, they're like, I'm gonna be a Crip just like Snoop Dogg. You feel what I'm saying? It's like they don't really have no type of choice, you feel me? Because it's like that's what they see. That's what they like, oh, he came from where I came from. That's the path I gotta follow. You get what I'm saying? Like I think that's what it is. But after a certain age, you do have a decision though. It's like if I'm 23 and I just started listening to Lil Wayne, it's like, why the fuck am I about to listen to Lean? You feel what I'm saying? Like I think it just depends on the age bracket. You get what I'm saying? Or when
I get that for sure. Because like I said, I'll defend Wayne in a lot of circumstances. That's one of them. But that is a great point that you brought up. But I just feel like people are so quick to like blame the artist, you know, especially if the artist grew up in that environment and they're gonna rap about their environment.
I don't think they can really fully blame the artist at all. Like you do have to blame the parents because it's like, okay, how did they get access to the music? At the end of the day, all of our albums, you see them shits right there. Right. Parental advisory. You feel what I'm saying?
That ain't just a sticker, bro.
It's not just a sticker. It tells you on the shit. Like, bro, there's going to be some provocative shit in here. There's going to be some X, Y, and Z. Like, you can't blame nobody else but the parents. You feel me? But I know the internet obviously made it easy access to get to it, but...
No, certainly not when I was growing up. Because when I went to the store,
we had
we had CD. Not even when I went to the store to buy CDs. My mom had to buy me Graduation. Like
see,
that's the first physical CD I ever had. Word. Second one was it wasn't Get Rich or Die Trying. It was the other 51. Yes, Massacre. It was a Massacre. Yes, exactly. And I had it on my community center on the CD clip like that because we didn't have iPods were just coming out and shit like that. For sure. And even still, my mom was like, "If you download a song, it's got to be the clean version." I remember being a kid, I'm like, "What's so bad about the dirty version?" Shit? Like what? Like what? Like you don't understand it because obviously you don't watch it on like the TV shows you watch or movies, but you're like, "What the?" And then growing up, it's like, "Oh, I get it."
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking of. Right, exactly. That was the first song. That literally was the first song I ever had. That's the first 50 song I ever heard.
The clean version of that, or dirty, definitely is completely different.
Because I only heard the clean version.
You only hear that on the radio. It's like,
and half the songs blurred out. So I'm like, all right, what is he really saying? That's like, because some clean stuff I don't agree with. Like if someone says like weed or like drinking, even ass is like, all right, bro. It's
let it fly.
Let it fly. You know what I mean? There's some shit we gotta let fly. But if you like swearing and talking about certain stuff, like one clean one that always got me was Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, because at the part where he goes, pull the trigger, now he's dead.
Yeah,
they blur that out on the radio. And my parents used to like lower the volume every time. So I'm so curious. I'm like, oh, he's just rapping about like, or he's just singing about killing himself.
Yeah,
like,
my mom used to do that shit too. You know like certain parts of the song, she'll like, I'm like, oh, what the hell? Like, hell yeah, bro.
That's funny. Because it makes me think like, let's take Jammin' for example, right? They play the same 10, 15 songs all day, every day. Like Live Your Life by T.I. and Rihanna. That's been in rotation on that station since it started. Like, so that's kind of part of the reason why I started the podcast, because I noticed on Jammin' and like Kiss and like all these other like local radio shows, there was never really anybody from Boston. But if there was, which I came to learn, was like late at night. Like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., which is cool. But like, yo, like
we need daytime spots.
I would like some daytime spots or even morning spots where you're sitting in traffic or you're going to work and you bump some Gio Dee, you bump some Casso, whatever the fuck you want to bump.
Right.
So as you were coming up, right, and you were kind of looking for some radio play or some different areas to explore your music, not that you felt slighted, but was your thought process ever like, yo, like, why the fuck really can't I get a lot of radio play out here?
I did always wonder that, and once I got the answer, it makes sense. So the thing is that jamming, I think Kiss is pop, but
Kiss is pop, yeah.
Jammin' is like a top 40 station. It's not like it's not specifically for hip hop or anything of that nature. So because of that, that's the reason why they don't play that during the days and all that. And they give Sundays. But the thing about Sundays is that, you know, Launchpad don't count as BDS spins. Yeah. So I don't really get paid from that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it's cool for all the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know like Sundays, the jails and stuff listen to it. Like, people was locked up and stuff like that. It's cool for that, but but other than that, like that's the reason why like you don't get played like that unless it's a national song. Like I think the only two people that from here that really got played in national spins was Bia and Joyner. Yeah, like everybody else ain't getting it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's because Bia had the London song with J. Cole, and then Joyner had, I think it was a song with Lil Baby that was being played and whatnot. So it's a little bit different. Those are top 40 records. You feel me? So
that's true.
Yeah. That when I realized that, I was like, okay, it makes sense. But before that, I was wondering that. I'm like, why the hell? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, we only get Sundays. Like, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? But when I
were they still doing? Were they still
doing
like late at night, like 10 p.m., 11
p.m.?
Yeah.
It depends on the DJ too. Like certain DJs. Like I know Papa Don was DJing over there, I believe. Couple other DJs and stuff were over there. They would spin it like in their sets. Like there's been a few times, like, you know, they're in traffic jam and all that other stuff. Like they'll do it, they'll throw it in their sets, but it's not a consistent thing at all.
No, it's fact.
Yeah.
Because I went to my undergrad was for communications, like specifically like radio and shit like that. And that was always a goal of mine, was I wanted to put like my friends on who made music to like at least like some independent radio or something like that. So I went to LaSalle and they did have
LaSalle's dope. I did my first show there.
No shit, really?
I swear.
Oh, that's what year?
I think it was 2012, 2013.
Oh, so you just missed me by like 3 years. I went 2016, 2020. I seen Stiz there. Stiz came there but that was always my biggest thing with them. For their spring concerts, they always did some like no name folk band and shit like that. Yeah. No one showed up.
I think mine was with me and Malfi. I don't know if you heard Malfi. Yeah.
Oh, of course I do. You kidding me? I was bumping Boston Lights in 7th and 8th grade. Come on. I was listening to that shit the other day.
Yeah. It was me and Malfi at LaSalle.
He was the first ever rapper I knew out here.
Yeah,
Malfi.
For sure. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Before that, obviously, was like Benzino and shit like that. But yeah, since...
But that like
Malfi
middle
like,
2000s, or late 2000s, early 2020s, that was Malfi. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no cap. That's the first show I did.
So, off that point, right? The 3 years I've been, so freshman year and sophomore year, spring concerts suck. No one shows up. They're like, do we even throw a show this year? And they have Stiz, right, in 2019.
Yeah.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, that's what I've been advocating for that. Like, you got to do hip hop. Like, that's what these people, even if they don't like hip hop, they're gonna show up for hip hop because the show's lit. Like, that's what it is. So that's why that was like a huge moment for me, because I'm like, yeah, if I fucking told y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd like, not to like boast or brag, but come on, dog. Hip hop's the number one genre in the world right now. Like,
facts.
You know, so you especially. Because people there knew Stiz. Like, you know what I mean? They didn't, that wasn't just like a passing name. They knew who that was. So I was like, yeah, bro, you bring that motherfucker on.
Yeah.
That's dope. I didn't know that was your first show. Nah, that's what I love about the small world. Because between that and my dude Noble, who actually went to LaSalle too, it's like, you know?
Shout out Noble. That's
right, legit. Facts.
Hell yeah, man.
So, around 10 or so years ago, there wasn't as much in Boston
Mm-hmm.
in terms of like rap and hip hop as we know it now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you came in as one of those driving forces, along with, I'll say, Millie's Stiz, as we talked about, the late great Hefe Replay,
Yeah.
La Finesse. You were in that like contingent in terms of like people realizing that Boston had hip hop here. So,
Right.
you do rep the city well, but you also, it's not your whole identity, right? It's like,
facts.
I am Gio Dee. So when you were coming up and like had to get yours out here, like what was kind of the feeling? Because I feel like artists out here have more resources than as opposed to they did back then.
No, 100%. Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. I think like going to other spots, like when first time I left here, I went to expand my name. I would say is I went to Atlanta. I started going to A3C, and then from A3C I went to Philly. Because I ended up connecting with some promoters and stuff like that from Philly that was out there. And then from there is when I went over to the West Coast. I went to San Francisco first, and then I went to LA. I think, like you said, even on the outskirts, they didn't know like Boston. First thing I always get is they didn't know Boston had black people. That's first off.
That's a lot of people say.
That's
Yeah.
first off. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Second thing is they didn't know like there was like Boston artists and stuff like that. Like you said, it's like the only person that they would bring up every time was like, oh, Bobby Brown, Benzino. That's
I
all
was
they
gonna
would
say
bring
Mark
up.
Wahlberg because he was big in the '90s
yep.
doing that shit, right?
But they always would say that. Like they would either say, New Edition or Benzino. That's it. They didn't know anything else. And then once I started explaining to them, playing them music and stuff, like everybody's popping around Boston, they're like, yo, y'all got a wave. Like this is fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they start rocking with it. So but yeah, I think it was difficult just because like it was difficult and not difficult at the same time because like me being from Boston, I automatically stand out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Oh, that's
saying?
a
So
fact.
it's like compared to a person like being from New York or Atlanta, Florida, it's like they got a distinctive thing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when they hear I'm from Boston, they're like, oh, what the hell? I never met nobody from Boston. You get what I'm saying? So it's always like a thing that people remember. You feel what I'm saying? I think that was a great thing about it. So yeah.
No, that's dope. That's dope because, I say this to a lot of people. New York's 4 hours away by train, 4-hour drive, half-hour flight. That's the mecca of hip hop right there. And shit, everything's there.
Hell
It
yeah.
ain't hard to get there. You just gotta really want it as
Right.
bad to get there. But then, like you said, go to Atlanta, Philly, LA, like go to these places.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people really want the love in Boston first before they go other places, and that's not really a sustainable formula.
Yeah, I
like-
mean, it works for some people. Some people it don't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know me personally, and I'm pretty sure a couple others too. Like, I know like Stiz, it was like that. Millie's, it was like that. Like, we got the love here and then dipped. You feel what I'm saying? Certain other people, I feel like, like Bia had to leave to get love. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a couple others had to leave to get love and then come back.
So I didn't even know Bia was from here.
Yeah,
until-
a lot of people don't know that.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So it's like, there's a few artists that like, have to leave and get love and then here now respects it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's really what it is.
But that's the other thing too. I feel like people expect to immediately get like love here, right?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
for
Because
sure.
granted, we are proud to be from here, right? But
Right.
I say this to a lot of people too. I'm not gonna like something just because it's from Boston.
Here, yeah, facts.
And that's what people
Yeah.
gotta understand.
I think it's a lot of politics that come through with that too, because it'd be like certain people might, be from one side or other people,
for sure.
the conversation were like, oh, they're not from Boston, they're from Worcester, or they're from, that type of conversation. I think that like divides us a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong, people should represent the areas and maps that they from,
of
so
course.
people can know there's different
course.
parts, but I don't think it should be like a thing that people just like shunned away. Like,
Nah,
rock
that's
with it because it's
yeah.
from Worcester or whatever.
You know what one I don't like is the Cambridge Boston argument.
Yeah,
'Cause it's right
facts.
there, bro.
Yeah,
like you know what I
yeah.
mean. I guess Boston and Worcester, of course. That's as far out, but
Yeah.
Cambridge is right there, dog.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
nah,
10
yeah.
minutes, it's 5 minutes. I can walk to Cambridge from my spot. Like it's not this like out of town place.
Yeah,
So it's like
I get it.
People just get stingy with that, and
Yeah.
I don't like that.
But
you
the
know?
thing is like that's only like that's a local mindset. Everybody outside of here, they don't
they don't
really
know what
care.
Cambridge
Yeah,
is.
they
Right,
don't know it. So it's
Yeah.
like that's only here. Like it's only Massachusetts thing.
You
Like,
wanna know something funny too? So I run my family's business in Faneuil Hall. We sell a lot of souvenirs. We
dope.
sell a lot of Harvard stuff, right?
Yeah.
So people are like, Harvard's in Boston? Like they don't think that's like an outside, like they don't think of Boston when they think of Harvard.
Yeah,
Like, again,
yeah.
technically it's in Cambridge, but I'm like, yeah, like Harvard's here, yeah, for sure. But the other side of that argument, right? When someone's like a Worcester dude who says it's from Boston, if you say that like to someone that hasn't even been to Massachusetts or Boston, like, yeah, you're not gonna say, "Oh, I'm from Worcester." That they're gonna immediately know where that is.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, where the
say,
hell is
"Yeah,
that?"
I'm from
It's like,
Boston."
It's right next to Boston.
Right.
You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's the Boston Xfinity Center argument, right? They don't say a lot of these artists don't say Mansfield, Massachusetts. They say Boston because it's more marketable.
Right.
So that in itself is you're already trying to market yourself better. You're not going to respectfully say you're from Worcester, Springfield, Lawrence. You're going to say you're from Boston.
Yeah,
you know, because it just
I agree.
sounds better to the national and international audiences.
Right, you're right.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I've had to explain that to people. Like, it's not that deep, right? It's like I said, we take pride, but take just eagle step to the side, just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Sure. Hell yeah.
Because equally, it's not that deep.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's a local mindset. People outside of here, it's like, what is that? Just explain to them, like, yo, it's 45 minutes outside of Boston.
That's it.
This is what Worcester is like. This is what Cambridge is like, and that's that. Like, it's not that hard. You feel me?
But, you know, like I said, you've been making music now for a decade plus. And I really want to know, when you look back at your earliest music versus what you're making now, what's the biggest evolution in the career of Gio Dee in that sense?
I think one, for sure, I'm faster in the studio. Like before, it'll probably take me like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours to make a song. Now I can make a song in 15 minutes.
Nice.
That's
Hell
serious.
yeah.
Like full song, hook, verse, or verse all the way through, however it is, like 15, 20 minutes tops. So I think that's number one. Number two, I think the content developed. Obviously, that's just because, you know, me going through life, growing up, kids, all types of things, you know, new business ventures, all that, expanding my vocab. I think that's really it. Like,
so that's
new life experiences, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have more things to talk about.
right.
Yeah.
So that part where you like, you know, it takes you 15 minutes to make a song. How long did that kind of take you? You know, was that kind of...
I would say from 2015 until COVID. Like that 5 years.
And was it something that you were just like, I got it now? Or was it like...
Nah, so like my first successful song was Mind Business. I freestyled that one take.
Oh, shit.
Dead
Really?
serious. Like, I did one take the whole song. So I'm like, damn. And I'm not even going to lie. Shout out to my dog, I Am Sue. Sue was the first person I see go in the studio and freestyle. He's the one I seen do that.
Yeah.
And I came to Boston. We were at Phoenix Down. He had to do a whole bunch of features. Like, he had to do one for, like, Travis Barker, another one for P-Lo, a couple other people and stuff. And I was like, yeah, like I'm saying, you could do your features and stuff first, and then, you know, he was going to do my feature at the end of the session. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, watching how he moving in the studio, and he, like, boom, he did a verse for Travis Barker in, like, 20 minutes. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Then he go to the next one. He makes the beat for P-Lo. After he does the beat, he does the hook in like he made the beat in like 20, 25 minutes, and then he made the hook in 15. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, I gotta get my shit up. Like, this is crazy, you feel what I'm saying? So right after that, like, every now and then I would try to do it. I'm gonna be completely honest, I think the reason why a lot of the songs during that time got incomplete is because I was getting high, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was more of a smoker back then, you feel what I'm saying?
No, hey,
So,
bro,
like,
I took... If I'm fucking 500 days clean a weed now.
I mean, you know, for sure. Congrats, you know. But, yeah, like, at that time, it's like a lot of things was, like, getting complete and stuff like that. And then when I went out to San Francisco is when I did the My Business song. I did it in one take. My brother, shout out DJ Shabazz, my OG, he was like, yo, what the hell? I was like, yeah, I think this is going to be the one. And then instantly that shit just went. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta keep freestyling. And then from there, it's like everything from that moment when I did the Mind Business EP, everything after that was complete freestyle. Like, just freestyle.
Oh, shit.
And after that was just when I, you know.
Yeah. That's because...
Got better with it,
no,
you know?
to
like,
do that, like...
Yeah.
Like I said, it's such a foreign language to me that, you know, the whole music theory, understanding the numbers type of thing, like, even just songwriting itself is like, it makes sense to me like consumer wise, but it doesn't make sense to me like actually making it, right?
Yeah.
So to like hear somebody like actually freestyle their like one of their hit songs and then continue to do that now at the point where they could literally make a whole EP in like an hour or even less. It's like
for sure.
that shit's crazy, like to the outside eye.
Nah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I mean?
Like one of these days, I just gotta like film the whole like studio session. This next project that's coming out, I filmed most of it. But I want people to like see the process and stuff. I don't want to give too much of my process away, but I want to give some of it so people can see like I really do this shit. You feel me?
No,
like,
that's a fact. Yeah. All right, yo. So talk to me about that new project. Like, when's it dropping? When do you think it's gonna drop in? How many songs? What we got?
So it's 11 songs. The whole project is produced by Desmos and Sully, K Sully. So K Sully's over at Do Over Don't Studios. Me and him's been working close since COVID. For real.
Where'd they move to?
Quincy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good. That's good.
Shout out to Do Over Don't. That's my guys.
Exactly.
Gabe and everybody. But yeah, and then Desmos. Desmos I met through, I don't know if you heard of Akachi.
Of course.
Yeah, I met Desmos through Akachi. Akachi had a session one time, and Desmos was there. And I was like, yo, like, this kid's fire. His sound's just mad different, bro. Like, he's a genius. Like, and literally, bro, me and him, we did lottery ticket on the Hard Body Project. That was the first song we did. And then he's always kept sending me packs. And I was like, you know what? I got to just do a project with him and Sully. Let's just lock it in. And then we had a conversation about it, and we just started cooking instantly. Like, and it's been nothing but fire, like super fire. Like, I think it's something completely different for me, and I feel like it's also something completely different for them. Yeah. Like, it's just a sound for all of us we've never experienced before. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's dope. It's a dope project. I got hella fire features. I am Sue's on it. I don't want to reveal.
No, you don't.
Else, but,
When's it expected out though?
As of right now, it's like late May.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're aiming towards.
No, this episode will drop before that, so definitely like a little like media type of run.
Yeah,
for the whole thing
for sure.
drop.
Like late May,
for
sure. We just did a preview actually. When you get a chance to look at it when we leave here. On Ripe or Rotten, shout out Thames.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, shout out to them, man.
That's actually the outro of the project, but yeah.
No shit. Yeah, because I feel like I've been saying it, cousin. I feel like a lot, but my point is what I'm trying to make is like when people really get to the point where we're dropping an album, right? I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do a rollout, like a proper one. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
It seems a little easier, like you come on like a show or like you do like a Ripe or Rotten type thing, but it's also a little more than that. Like you really got to trust yourself. Like you really got to like actually.
You got to also build anticipation.
Right, exactly. You can't. You can't just be like, oh, I'm dropping it this day. Yeah.
I mean, unless you got like an NBA YoungBoy Yeet
no shit, right?
Drop it any day and ain't gonna run for it, But when you're on the come up, it's like you got to build that. Like it's always a build up of anticipation, and once you see they're ready, it's like, all right, I'm gonna let it fly.
Yeah. Facts, because I'm proud. I'm happy to be a part of people's rollouts. Like, I haven't talked about upcoming albums for sure. Like, that's a great way to build anticipation. But get out there and do it. Like, because we're in a social world, but it ain't just posted on your Instagram 50 times a day saying album this day that. Nah, you actually have to go out in the field and talk to people about it. You got to build anticipation either through interviews, again through like a performance type of thing. Like, so that's why. That's why I'm glad I'm here for that.
Right.
And I actually thank you for reaching out because I had someone else reach out. They no-show, but so I'm happy that I appreciate your professionalism.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, because that's no, right, exactly, like that's what I'm. No, right, exactly. That's. I was telling him earlier. It was like I really appreciate all like the professionalism and shit because communication goes a long way, bro.
Nah,
like,
100%.
If you don't want to do a show, then tell me. Like it's like, can we reschedule? Tell me. Don't just no show.
That's crazy. Bro.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Leaving me on scene in the messages. Like, come on, man.
Like I said, it's the ego thing. You know? Like, this is what
but
it
even
is.
still, for like, because it was a Massachusetts artist, right? But like, even still, like, just like we people at the end of the day too. Like, just communicate.
Communicate, for sure. You're not lying. Communication takes people a long way. Like, so much situations could be avoided with just communication, bro. And a lot of things could happen with
the right communication. Right, exactly. Ain't that the truth?
That's the key to everything.
Yeah. So. But one thing about you too, Gio, is you built, your whole life and career independently. Even
Right.
with the Rock Nation distro deal, you know, you received a few years back.
No, I don't have distro with them. I got publishing.
Publishing, excuse me.
yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry,
good.
publishing deal. But even still, you got
they
that.
just started that distro shit.
Yeah.
And everybody thinking it's the same thing, and it's not the same. I'm not like them niggas.
Right.
I'm sorry. I got to clarify that.
But even still, you know, you got that at the back of your own hard work. You know, it took a lot of years and a lot of grinding moments to get to that. So when you first got that, you know, what was, first of all, the feeling? And then the next part was like, you know, how can I capitalize on like actually working with Rock Nation?
I mean, the feeling was surreal because it's like, you know, like, shout out to Andrew. Man, shout out to Ethan. Ethan's not over there anymore, but shout out to Ethan. That's my guy. I think it definitely was a surreal moment because it's like, you know, like, one, I mean, the major's been paying attention to me for a while, like, since, like, I would say, like, around 2014, 2015 is when I started having label meetings and stuff. But nobody was just offering a situation that was, like, you know, good enough for me, that's going to benefit me.
Yeah.
It was either going to put me in a situation to be shelved or, you know, like...
And a lot of artists take those deals.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't trying to put myself in any of those predicament. Like, certain people would have been like, yo, bro, you should have, but I'm like, yo, bro, like, at the same time, you could do this independently. Like, I'm a living testimony of that. There's a lot of artists who are, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, granted, the route is a little bit longer and it's a little bit harder, but you still
I feel like it's worth it more.
Yeah, for sure. Because, like, you built the whole business on your own. So,
Right.
But, like I said, the doing with situation with them has just been surreal. It's been good. It's been a lot of opportunities. They've been showing love to everything that I've been doing and stuff like that. So I really fuck with it.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
You know, you was one of the first artists from here to get that type of, you know, work with them. So that was like cool. And again, but people got to realize, you know, that you're not no Nepo baby, you know. You're not some like, this is actual like hard work that went, this is like, again, 10 plus years of this shit that actually went in.
Absolutely,
like you said, even saying no to a lot of shit. Cause I feel like people, at least some labels, they flash the chain, you know, they flash like
flash the bag,
almost jingle the
flash
keys almost type of thing in front of
yeah.
artists. And they're like, do you want this or not? But a lot of people don't read that fine paperwork.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't hear from these people anymore. You know what I mean? So it's like.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Because I seen it like on the socials and I've seen it like elsewhere. And again, I'm not an artist, but still it's like, and I don't want to sound like this egotistical person, but if I was in your shoes and, you know, they were just jingling the keys in front of me, bro, first of all, read the fine print.
Yeah,
that's what any fucking contract, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even
I
just
think
working
the
with a
thing
label.
is too, like a lot of those people are offering those situations when people are so young. So when it's like you get a 17 to 19-year-old and they hear $1 million, they're like, oh yes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why like a lot of the labels now, they've been, unless you're obviously doing numbers, but majority of their artists that they get in, they're trying to get them while they're young.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of them either come from the streets, they come from a broken home situation, whatever it is, it's easier for them to manipulate. And then after that, they'll be like, yeah, you want $1 million? We can give you $1 million. But they're just hearing a number. They're not realizing like, okay, they're taking 60%. They're taking your masters. They're doing X, Y, and Z. And then in the end, it's like, okay, even if you do get $1 million advance, you still got to pay taxes. Then after you pay the goddamn taxes, you got to break your lawyer off. After you break the lawyer off, your manager is somebody else who isn't going to be involved in that situation. If they don't, they give you a manager. When you get that manager, they'll take a percentage. You're really left with like, you know what I'm saying, like splitting all that bread, really like a quick 300, 400. It's like, what you about to do with that? Like, you know, like, then that's what they do. They go buy a house, potentially buy a house for their parents, buy all types of cars, buy all types of jewelry, not thinking that you still got to pay for studio time. You still got to do X, Y, and Z.
Like, you didn't just make it because you made $1 million, bro. Like,
you got
it's everything after that, right?
Everything. You feel what I'm saying? You got to pay for producers, features, studio time.
And I remember back in the day.
All that, bro.
I remember back in the day, actually, because it's funny. I remember back in the day when J. Cole spit that that freestyle, like all like the guys who had like a little in there, all the SoundCloud rappers, the rappers, and everyone's like roasting him for him, like, bro, like
he was right.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm tired of
bumping all them dudes.
Like I'm tired of I'm tired of the J. Cole's born shit because you're just gonna come back to the fact that he's right. Yeah. So why even say it then when you know down the road he's gonna be right anyways? Just that's it.
Yeah, I just think kids are just being on some rebellious dumb shit. That's just what it was. You feel me? So,
even still nowadays, but like I still feel like they got better mentors. You know what I mean? There's better like examples of people like doing it like yourself. You know what I mean? Like Maystar, Clark D, a few people that come to mind like that. So that's why I feel like the youth who wants to do music here is gonna be a lot. Not necessarily a lot more successful, but a lot more ready, willing, and able.
Yeah,
because they see the examples. Right?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, and they have access to it too.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Like I said, the access just keeps going up.
Yeah,
like there's more studios popping up. There's more opportunities for like radio play, like performances. So it's definitely a good time to pay attention to the growth spurt of like younger artists in the city for sure.
Facts.
That's a fact. Yeah. But to go to a more lighthearted sense, like doing some research on you. I've learned you're a big video game fan.
Yeah,
you know what
facts,
I mean? Heard you like playing it with your son too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And being the 90s baby that you are, you know, we grew up in a very creative era in our childhoods, right?
Hell yeah.
Everyone,
right?
I've had this conversation many times, but I love having it every time. The 90s kids are the most creative kids on the world.
Yeah, facts.
Because of all like the glitz and glamour and colors and stuff that we grew up with, whether it was with video games, movies, TV shows. We are the best creative generation because of that. So I got to know, like, what was like a favorite game of yours coming up, and what's something that you enjoy right now?
Coming up, I think I'm trying to think. It's between like 3 games. So I was really like a person like played like adventure games and stuff like that. So God of War was one.
Okay. They're making a show about that. You see that?
Nah, they are?
Yeah.
Word?
Amazon, yeah.
Oh, I gotta watch that for sure when it drop. Yeah, God of War is one. Mega Man was another one.
Ooh, that's a classic.
And Def Jam.
Oh, that's a damn.
Yeah.
Because there's an Instagram page that does like all throwback, like plays all these throwback games. They was playing Fight for NY.
Yeah.
And I forgot that Sean Paul's in it.
Yeah.
You know, so I just heard this like thick ass Jamaican accent, and I'm like, that's what because
no,
yeah, oh bro, and he's talking like, I'm about to beat your ass real quick, bitch, and shit. I'm like, yo, I forgot about Sean Paul.
No bullshit.
He's,
hell yeah.
you know, he still got the hits. They still play those shit in the club.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I just never heard him like off interviews because I didn't have a PS2. I had the GameCube. I was a Nintendo kid.
Yeah,
you know, because Def Jam wasn't on there, so I wish it was. But,
but yeah, bro, like that was my shit. I'm actually working right now. There's a new game that's about to be releasing soon. It's called Only Hands. The title is crazy.
No, but that's catchy as fuck.
It's kind of like a revamp of it. Like,
oh shit, you in it?
No, I'm not. I can't speak about that on air. But you know, I'm definitely one of the people involved in it.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel
you.
I'm branching out, like I said. And it's already been starting with promotion. You know, there's a collab. We have partners with Republic Records behind it. Sauce Walker already posted it. Nardo Wick's gonna be posting his trailer next week.
Shit.
Kodak posted it. Boozy posted it. It's a lot of people involved.
Because the name is wild, but I still like that because it's like what the hell is this?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean, right?
Hell yeah! I'll show you guys the demo before.
Facts, no, for sure. Because I'm already interested.
Yeah.
You know, because the people need a game like that.
Yeah,
you know, because they're always asking to bring back Def Jam and all that shit. Like, but like in the era we're in, you know, there's so many artists that can beat us right now. So it's like, for sure.
But yeah, it's dope. When you guys get a chance, go look it up. It's called Only Hands.
It's gonna be available on.
It's gonna start off with mobile and it's gonna go console.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. I like that for sure.
Yeah.
Because I need a good mobile game too.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'd be bored and shit. I only watch TV
For
on my
sure,
phone. I
you
want.
know?
We used to have a bunch of cool mobile games. I don't even got shit no more.
Yeah.
You know, even on the consoles too. Like I know.
Yeah, I feel like it's been dead lately. Like I said, now go back to the other questions. Like what I've been playing lately. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been on Arc Raiders, Call of Duty, and Fortnite. That's what I've been
playing
on.
Fortnite too. That's all I play.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, I bought a Switch. I bought the Switch 2 because they had the GameCube Classic sections on there.
Oh, that's dope.
So I've
been doing that too with my PlayStation Plus. My PlayStation Plus, I get to play like all the old PlayStation games. Yeah.
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got the PlayStation.
Because I'm an Xbox guy, and Xbox really doesn't have that they got a decent library of backwards compatible games from like the 360 and the first Xbox. But again, it's like you play it.
I still fuck with. I think my favorite Xbox game for sure was like outside of Halo was Gears of War. I used to be heated. I'm like, yo, I go to my cousin's house. I play that. I'm like, damn, I wish this was on PS5 or I mean PS4, whatever at the time. You feel me? Like,
bro, this PS5 games that I want on the Xbox, they got shit.
Sure,
like that's always been my beef with Xbox. They got no exclusives besides Halo.
That's crazy.
Everything else is freaking like, oh, you think about it. Uncharted, Crash Bandicoot, back in the day, Sly the Fox. You remember that shit, right? That was all on PlayStation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Mike. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sly Cooper, right? That's what it was.
That's what I'm saying. It's like I've been going back, like, you know, like playing all the old games too, like for sure.
Because I mean, not to toot this generation's phone, but it's just better still. It holds up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that makes me think like
a lot of the new games just haven't been hitting, bro.
Nah,
like,
nothing.
I don't know if it's something wrong with the developers or like they need a new generation of developers or what.
So
like,
a lot of people blame Fortnite for the battle pass system type thing. But it's still like, okay, but those companies didn't have to do that. Like Fortnite did because they knew it was profitable. They just copied something.
The only ones I see that with is the three that I just named: Arc Raiders, Call of Duty.
Exactly.
And I mean, obviously you see in 2K and shit like that too, but
they do that
a
now
little bit different.
with 2K.
Yeah,
no shit.
Not like exactly a battle pass, but it's the same system for sure. Like,
damn, I don't like that. Because I stopped playing 2K at 2K19. I was just like, I'm done, bro.
I haven't
like,
played since 2K23. I ain't gonna
lie. I'm done. Like I play it maybe. I used to play it a lot at LaSalle with my roommate because we played the blacktop mode where you did the 5v5s. That was fun, but like everything else, like I'm not playing online, bro. It's just I don't want to waste my time doing that. So that is my problem. But like you said, like I've been going back and playing the old stuff too because there's nothing.
Yeah,
and that makes me think like these kids that want to play video games now. It's like. They ain't gonna like Fortnite's gonna be around in 10, 20 years when they're older. Like you know what I mean? So they're just gonna be playing the same game instead of going back and actually enjoying something.
Right. I think it's been like the longest running game right now. I think outside of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, which is finally coming out, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't believe it.
You still don't believe it?
Hell no.
Not until it's in your hand, right?
Nah, until like it's the week of, and then I'm like, okay, come on. I still feel like it's gonna be some bullshit.
I want it to drop because that's my birthday weekend because I'm November 21st. This is dropping November 19th. So I'm like, so I'm gonna tell like, yo, work and shit like that. You're like, yo, I'm just gonna stay in the house for like 2-ish days. I'm gonna go out to my birthday and then that's it. Like I already I did a thing last year because I thought it was gonna come out last year. I played the GTA 5 story again because I'm like, all right. It's time, and then the day I'm done with the story, like, oh, we delayed it again. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's crazy. Because it was supposed to come out in May, right? And then it's November, Yeah,
no, you're right. It was supposed to come out this May, too, because everyone's like, oh, we're going to have GTA, World Cup, all this shit. And they're like, nah, you guys got to wait till the fall.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Imagine that. These people stingy. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like you said at the beginning of the episode, too, and this is kind of the part of the episode where I like to talk about legacy a lot, you know?
Right.
So you are a proud father of 2 children, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And doing the work that you have done in the music industry, you know, they're going to see that as they grow up, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And whether they want to, pursue music is going to be up to them ultimately, you know? Right. So what's kind of the lasting legacy you want to leave as you continue your music career and kind of look forward to the future where they're kind of, our age and they've experienced what they've experienced with like your music?
Can you rephrase that question a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. So basically what I want you to tell me is like you said, you do music like that. What's kind of the lasting legacy you want to leave for your 2 kids?
I got you. I think more so like they can just go after whatever they want and don't, whatever it is, just keep going at it. Don't stop. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like you said, it's like I'm a decade plus into this and it's like I just didn't stop. Like I don't care what they're doing. I always tell them that, like, I don't care how hard it is, just go until the end until you can't no more, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. Like that's what they're gonna see with the whole catalog of everything. You know, right. Elias has been in the studio with me mad times. Ari has been in the studio with me mad times. Yeah. It's been great with both of them in the studio. They both give me feedback. Like
really, that's awesome.
Sure. Like my son literally just texted me the other day, "Hey Dad, can you send me the songs you did in the studio the other day?" I'm like, what? It just threw me off. I was like, wait, you like those ones? Like, and like, it was like like a EDM Afro House feature I just did.
Oh, shit.
With my homie Rodney Hazard. Shout out to him.
My man's versatile on the mic. Come on,
Yeah,
now,
for sure. But we got an EP that's dropping. It's about to be fire. I'm not even gonna lie. It's super fire. This summer I'm on a run. I'm not gonna cap.
Hey, let's go. Come on. Like you said, decade plus into this, there ain't no stopping still.
This summer I'm about to be on a run. But yeah, like my son heard it at the studio and he really just hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, Dad, you gotta send me that one." Like, and I was in the car and then he's singing the word for word. I'm like, "Yo, what?" Like he's like, "No, Dad, this is my song right here." Like, he rocks with it. So him and my daughter, they both give me feedback.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
I trust their ear. Like, there's been times like Elias have put me on to certain artists, and I'm like, how the hell did you find it?
Wow.
Like the homie Lil Xan. I mean, this is way back, like when he first shot his Betrayed song with Cole Bennett and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
My son put me on to that, and then like 2 weeks later, I went to LA and I met Lil Xan. Me and him had the same show. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. My son just put me on to you. Like, you don't even believe it, but it's for real.
Wow.
Like, no bull. Like, I swear, he's put me on a couple of things. Like, Trippie Redd's like his favorite artist right now.
Yeah.
Like,
oh shit.
Yeah, that's like Lil Wayne to him.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, that's his
generation,
right,
you know.
Right, yeah,
so,
exactly.
Like, but it's just mad funny, like seeing like his taste in music and things.
Damn, you might have to be your manager or something like that. You know
I don't know,
I
you know. But I told both of them, it's like I'm not going to force them to like do music. I mean, there's things that they do in their life, like it revolves around music. Like, you know, my daughter, she's in dance, she does ballet, things like that. So it's like Elias, I'm trying to get him to lean more towards the producer side because he loves being on computers and stuff. So
there you go, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he wants to do that. He's been in the studio though, like, you know, record a couple of songs for fun, did some melodies, did some background vocals for me.
You gotta show him like this is what goes into it, right? Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, it's been great, bro.
That's heat. That's heat. I love that. I love that sort because. You know, obviously, I'm not a father. You know, I don't have that responsibility.
Take your time, man. Take your time.
I know.
Bro, take your time.
Listen, trust me. Hey, if you're watching right now, it ain't happening anytime soon. That's kind of my fault. But anyways, you know what I mean? But it's just dope to hear, like, creative dads, like, really experience that with, like, their kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
think a lot of parents, too, like, it's, you know, sometimes when they have children, they kind of, like, lose the creativity. You know what I'm saying? But me, it's
I've seen that a couple times.
Yeah, you know, like me, I include my kids in it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like
I think that would be more beneficial.
Yeah, you know, like I feel like that way. It's like one, I'm still being inspired and I'm still being creative because they might be in the studio and they be like, "Oh, Dad, I don't like that," or "Dad, I think you should add this," and it'd be like a simple little melody or something. You feel what I'm saying? It's like that's how you just gotta connect with them like that. You know?
No, that's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. So I love that, man. That's a great way to end it because I'm big on legacy. You know what I mean? I went to a wake earlier this week. Yeah. It was from one of my mom's friends.
Sorry to hear that.
No,
man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I went to a funeral last week too.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, when you attend those, it's like you do step back and be like, you know, this is what it is. This is who was here at the end of this guy's life, like who's in the room and shit like that. You know, this is who, like, this is the shit they're saying about him. This is the stuff like they remember. So, and he didn't have children, but he had like not like he had godchildren, of course, but like a younger person that wasn't his kid but was like his kid, you know, that type of thing. Like, he was a figure, he was a father type figure. So it's not that I don't like going to them because they are sad, but it's like it's important you go to them because you end up realizing like this is what legacy is.
That's true. You realize how much the person was loved. Like I said, last week I went to a funeral too. R.P. Buku.
I'm sorry for loss.
Yeah, he was an upcoming artist too that I mentored. My artist, Kid the Don, is his best friend, and it was hella sad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause he just had his first like headline show with Montana 99. I don't know if you know who that is. I don't know. He's like an upcoming artist and stuff too. They did a show and it's like he looked happy as hell on stage, and then the following day he passed away. You feel what I'm saying? It's like you said, it's like situations like that, but going to the funeral, you know, like you see how much he was loved, like his family, like his friends, like he had friends from high school he hasn't seen in a while. They all attended the funeral and stuff, you know, like, but it's unfortunate, you know, because it's like, you know, people don't get a chance to, you know, live out their full legacy, like you said, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But the impact people leave on this world, man, it's crazy.
That's the other. That's the other thing too. I thought about was impact, right? You know what I mean, or the people that like. And I heard King Bricks talk about this on CWTFB, where some people don't get that chance to fuck up. Like they don't get the chance to experience the fuck ups and like how to learn, and like even that part of it is sad because that's how you know you do grow as a person and stuff like that. Right. So, you know, it is a heavy time in the winter. You know, as we get into spring and stuff like that, where the sun shines more, but. That's all it is. Just keep your head up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sure,
that type of thing. One thing I actually did want to actually talk to you about, so I'm not going to end it right now, is you got to talk to me about Chef Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
To actually have an established group with a common goal, you know, that's unseen in today's age. You know, people are really like doing things by themselves, and they don't really have like a unit around them. You know what I mean? So talk to me about the creation of Chef Boys and how it's grown over the years.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like, it kind of, like, separated it a little bit. But it was the foundation to, like, kind of, like, you know, how everybody started. Like, everybody's kind of, like, you know, doing their own thing now. Some people's in real estate. Some other people, you know, DJs. Other people are involved in the music business side. Yeah. Other people's not in music at all anymore, you get what I'm saying? So, it was the foundation for it. But I think it definitely, it helped all of us understand brotherhood. Because at the end of the day, like, we see each other as still love, like, you know, I think it just, like I said, it was the foundation for everything, you know, like, for everybody's success, that's where it started, you feel me? Like, even down to, like, you know, Stiz, Replay, they was all there. They was considering themselves chefs, you feel what I'm saying?
Shit, really? Yeah. I didn't know that,
If you go back and look at all the old videos, I'm in their videos, they're in our videos, it's the same thing, you feel what I'm saying? Because we all grew up with each other. We know each other, like, since it was, like, teenagers, like 14, 15 years old. We all knew each other, you feel me? So
no, because Replay was one of the first people to ever show me love out here.
Yeah, so for sure. Replay's always been like that.
But that's how I knew, right? Yeah. And so the story was, I went to the show in the Middle East.
Yeah,
it was
he performed there so many times.
Yo, yes, I mean, like, this is July 2017. It was called the Green Room.
Yeah.
He was the headliner. But my friends went for him because we knew him first. So we were just waiting around. We heard other people. It was like Lino, Vintage Lee, Plat Finesse, and there was another guy from New Hampshire. I don't even remember. But the point was, we was there for Replay.
Right.
And what kind of got us fucked up was the room kind of like, as the night went on, everyone started to leave more and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, we're not leaving. We're here for Replay. Like we this is the whole point of it, right? And, you know, he rocked his fucking set that night.
Yeah.
So we're outside the spot, me and two of my friends, we're smoking a joint. And Replay walks up, we're like, yo, EFA, just daps us up, give us a big hug. It's like, yo, thank you for coming out and shit like that. I'm like, yo, that was the first time I ever met him. Yeah. Like that. And that's automatically like the person that he is. Like
bro, always been like that.
Always just left like a lasting impression on like everybody.
Everybody, for sure.
So for facts. So, you know, long live Replay forever and always, dog. I was thinking about that the other day too.
Yeah.
But so Gio, I want to thank you for pulling up tonight. You know what I'm saying? This was a really great episode. I appreciate talking to you and your insight and all that stuff. Absolutely. Before we get out of here, man, you know, what does 2026 have in store for Gio Dee? Obviously, we talked about the album, if there's anything else.
A lot of music. Just a lot of music. I'm flooding like crazy. Like, I'm probably going to be releasing like 4 projects this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
A lot of them are like collab projects with, you know, producers, DJs, all that other stuff, but I'm gonna be dropping a lot of music this year for sure.
Let's get it. Anybody you want to give a shout out to right now? That's time too as well.
You know, shout out to the team, NGB. Shout out to Johnny Nash. Shout out Kid. Shout out Dion, Dino, Sully, Desmos. Our project dropping soon. Rodney Hazard. Shout out J Rose and Major. Our project's dropping soon too. Yeah, and just shout out to Massachusetts.
Oh, I didn't know you got a track with J Rose. That's lit. Or a project.
Man. That's what I'm saying. It's so much shit happening.
So I'm going to Rise tomorrow too. That's what's up. Yeah,
hell yeah, bro. It's fire. It's super fire.
Yeah, that's it. There's just so much shit to look forward to.
Yeah,
right.
This year is gonna be great. I've just been, you know, grinding on winter, shining on summer. You know.
That's it. That's always a mindset. Yo.
Hell yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Gio Dee. If you like this episode, which I'm sure you did, please leave a like and comment if you watch it on YouTube, and make sure you smash that subscribe button. Excuse me. If you listen on Apple and Spotify, please hit that follow as well. It really helps me grow this podcast further. And you already know where to find me on Instagram. It's REPETE617. is my personal, and say_that_pods, the podcast page. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I had the opportunity to sit down with a Boston legend tonight. I'm forever grateful for that. So Gio Dee, thank you for coming up. Thank you for your professionalism again, my boy.
Appreciate you, my boy.
And as we always say at the end of episode, you already know the fucking drill. Don't say this, say that. And we'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.